Hello, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity here on a Thursday evening on the Essential Stencil page to share some fun things with you. I'm going to pop on my iPad and catch us here so I can do my best to kind of watch for positioning and also for some comments. But no, afterwards, I will come back and check for any comments. How are you? It's finally not as cold as it's been here, but it's still plenty chilly. There we go. I think there we are, looking good. And I should be over on the Cheers to Creativity page as well. Hey, when you pop on, please say hello. It's always good to know that I'm here talking with people. And if you wouldn't mind, we would love if you would share this, sprinkle this, whatever it is we do. We've got a lot going on at Essential Stencil again. We still have the St. Patrick's Day and Mardi Gras bundle that you can get. And remember, you can use Cheers and save an additional 10%. We have our spring bundles that have just probably gotten to all of you by now. Then we had the Easter bundle that came out, so that's that. And then you saw Miss Sharon starting her sneak peek for her exciting new bundle last night. And we have March Stencil of the Month. So lots and lots to talk about. Thank you for sprinkling, Tracy. I really appreciate that. So before I forget, because I think I forgot the last couple weeks, Essential Stencil gives away 3 $20 gift cards at the end of this live. And the way they choose those winners is they just kind of randomly pick by our comments and you participating. So we really appreciate you being part of this. It's not me just showing to you, it's me hoping to get things from you as well. I've loved seeing what you guys have done with the bunnies, what you've done with a lot of the spring stencils and transfers. It's just awesome. We invite you to follow us over on Cheers to Creativity, where we are on most every Tuesday doing Tuesday tips, techniques, and teachings, along with other things. Hayward, Wisconsin. There's another sprinkle. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's talk about the March Stencil of the Month. I think it's super cute. Now, our Stencil of the Month is our exclusive stencils that come right to your door once a month. And you have the option of the premium set or the basic set. I'm going to show you the premium set first. The premium set is always going to be 3 12 by 16 size transfers. This one, flowers, stems, seeds, stems, and blooms. And we've got old-fashioned ice cream, freshly squeezed lemonade, and this banner. That is one of them. Let me get to the second one. We'll do the second one with words first. It's going to be a 3-scoop day, and you've got a bunch of flowers. You've got Life is Sweet with some ice cream cones. And when life gives you lemons, make lemonade with a lemonade pitcher and also a basket of lemons. And the third one in this set is a very versatile little cart. So you can make this a lemonade stand, or maybe it's a flower stand, or if you choose to grab our bonus this month, the add-on says Sweet Land of Liberty. We've got some fireworks, Old Glory fireworks with, I can't read this way, poppers, sparklers, and rockets. And then you've got some fireworks as well. And that's awesome because we can use the 4th of July or the patriotic for Memorial Day, for 4th of July, for Flag Day, so we really can use those patriotics all year long. Now, the other option we have is called our basic set. And our basic set is put together from either the premium set and or part of the add-on. This month it is both. And the difference is it's a smaller size set. It is 6 by 8. It's great for those who do smaller projects, for those who like to do cards especially. So you have that sweet little cart again, not a cardigan. Yeah, you know what I meant. And then we have smaller letters, but they say the same thing, old-fashioned ice cream that says vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. You've got the cones, and you've got the summer treats. And then we have from the add-on this month, Old Glory Fireworks. Again, the banner and then the little fireworks. So it's great that you have the option. And with the premium set, you also have the option of being able to skip a month if something doesn't appeal to you. But these are really sweet. And you can find a lot of uses for them. Bless you. I'm going to move the premium set aside. Oh, I wanted to show you, I combined the two when I debuted this set on my page earlier last week, probably on the 15th. And I used from the premium set that it's going to be a 3-scoop kind of day and the ice cream. But then we used the cart from the smaller set, and then we just used the word ice cream. So you can mix and match them as well. So I'm actually going to use the same size board tonight to use the add-on. This is just an 8x8 wood canvas. I sometimes like to try to prep some of my pieces, and I just grabbed one that I had prepped. It's white. It'll work perfect for what I want to do. When you paint on wood, very often that first coat will raise the grain, and you can just take a sanding pad. Some of them are usually cleaner than that. And I just kind of knock down any bit of tooth. And often on these wood panels, they need another coat, but I think this one's going to be okay. So I just painted it white. You didn't miss on anything super special. I'm going to move this one aside, and I'm going to tilt you down and see where we are looking. Okay, so this is my 8x8 square. I've got a little bit of a delay here, so I'm just taking a second to look.
Hopefully.
I think we're pretty good.
Okay, hopefully in this, you're very echoey, and it's because the microphone's on this side of the camera, so just be mindful of that when you're talking.
All right, and we'll try to be mindful. So we've got, we have this fireworks thing, and we have one of Tammy's hairs on here too. That's nice. What I want to do is just kind of position this up in the corner, and I'm just going to kind of actually use a little bit of their inspiration because I thought it was super, super cute. Let me kind of show you that. They kind of use the fireworks this way. We're going to come in and we're going to use, instead of just the red here, I think I'm going to use some silver in with my part of my fireworks there. I think. So, set that there. Oh, I know I had tape a moment ago. No, it's over there. Shoot. All right. It's okay. I've got a little bit here. We will make it work. Just want to tape this down. Hang onto it there and hang onto it here. And let's get us some silver paint, and that's what I'm going to do the inside of the fireworks with to begin with. Boy, we have paint everywhere. This whole having our it says tractor needs to be blue. I'm not sure if there's going to be a tractor in this one. So let me grab a little paint here, and I'm going to grab one of our stencil brushes. These are our regular stencil brushes. And I'm going to load this up. When you're using metallic paint especially, it's a little thinner.
You're good. I'm just giving you a little more lighting. You're still very shadowy over here.
And you're always going to offload it. And if you're going to grab me that green tape that's behind you when you're done, that'd be great.
Right here.
Okay. Oh, there's one. One right there. Okay. Slip it right there. So I'm just going to do this for this, silver part of things.
Did I do that?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Tip you down a little further.
Remember, I have bigger projects.
I understand. There's still a lot of room there. I'll keep an eye on it.
So I'm just doing the inner part of the fireworks with some silver. I'm planning on using some of the words on this too. This is just an 8x8 wood panel. If you need a link to that, I can certainly do that. These came from Amazon. I've gotten them from other sources before. And I'm just going to do a little peek real quick, just to make sure I can see that. I think it's good. Yeah, you can see that, right? Looks good. So push that down. But I want my stars to have a little color. Oh, gracious. There goes my puppies. And I picked up a really deep blue. This is Prussian blue. It's one of my favorite blues. touch of that. I'm going to do 2 of the stars in blue. I might even just cheat and use a sponge just because I'm just going to do something super quick with these. So let's move this. So even when I use a sponge, I load my sponge, but I'm still going to take it to a paper towel and offload it so I don't have too much. So I'm going to do this one blue. Oh, there's 5 of them. Red, white, blue. Okay, we'll do it this way. We'll do blue on this one. Red, and we'll make this one silver, and we'll do this one blue. I had that little bit of silver left. We're just going to make this a silver star over here. And then I am just going to get this little star again. I'm going to snip this. I'm going to snip this with the scissors. And I'm going to just use that same sponge because now it's clean. And I'm going to use a little red. This happens to be Tuscan red. And the same deal that I did previously. I'm just going to dab a little bit on my sponge, tap it on the plate, but then I'm going to go to a paper towel and tap it off too. And I'm going to do this little star in red and this little star in red. Prussian blue is really pretty. It's very clean blue too. So I'm going to lift that off. So I've got this little starburst, right? And I'm going to use the words Sweet Land of Liberty. I have to kind of play with it just a touch. Play with it so I'm trying. Oops, I have to have the words on there though. What's going to happen here? Because I want to do them with the blue. So I don't want to run into my blue star. I have to scooch my plate over. It's a cool thing. I can turn it upside down too. Where can I at least, I think about there will work. I think that's going to work. Sweet Land of Liberty. Do I like that? I think I do. Wasn't what I was planning on doing, but that is okay. I'm going to scooch it just a touch. And I may even go into this star a little bit, but that's okay. Sweet. I'm just going to double check. I want to try one different thing. Sorry guys, this was not quite how I planned this to be. But I might like that better. I might like that better. I think I changed my mind. I am using DecoArt paint. Now this little star is going to end up on there, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we'll be all right. So let's just do this. So the words are going to be backwards for you right now. We won't worry about that. I'm going to use that red that I just had, and I'm going to do the word land in red, okay? And I'll twist this around in a sec. And then I'm going to go back and get that deep blue. And I'm just borrowing this from inspiration from what they did. I'm going to grab a brush again. I'm going to pick up a little blue. I'm offloading on my paper towel. And we're going to do the words. Sweet of a little more paint, a little more offloading. I've run out of paint, so I need to grab a little more. And that is not the right color. That is black. We want the blue. Where did I set it? Let me see if I can figure out where I put it. Oh, I put it behind my iPad. That's not very helpful. Offloading over here. And we're going to do Liberty. And I am kind of going over a couple of these stars, but that's okay because I wanted that to be more in my background. The red is called Tuscan Red. Again, it is a deco art color. It's a very bold, clean red. Sometimes reds can get a little pinky, and I wanted this to be, oh, shoot. Stock in red, and I just wouldn't put my brush in red. So we can't do that. We got to go back and bring this to blue. All right, I think we're good now. That just kind of shows you I was not paying attention. Okay. All right. Actually is working out just fine. So I've got Sweet Land of Liberty. I did go over that star, but it's okay. I'm going to be using something else on this stencil, so I need to turn it over and make sure that there's nothing wet on there, because I wouldn't want to put a wet stencil down where I was where I was painting before. So I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to make this guy. Should we do this one blue? Do one blue, one red. Let's do this one blue. I'm just going to fill it in with the blue. I might come back and touch up those stars on top with a little silver, but I'm not sure yet. Let me just get this one on here first. So do this one blue. Yeah, I think I want to just hit those stars. They can have the blue underneath them, but we're just going to hit with a little that way. So lift that one up. So I've got the blue there. Again, I'm checking the back to make sure it's not wet. And then I'm just going to kind of position these here. And I'm going to go back with that little sponge we had in the little bit of red and tap it off. Going to add an angle. And I'll hit those stars with a little silver after I get the red on this one. And we're going to hit a little bit of silver. And that is using the Stencil of the Month add-on. And we've got Sweet Land of Liberty. And we've got the little bit of firecrackers happening in the back. Now, hindsight being 2020, I might have been better off using silver on all those stars. But I think it turned out okay. It's kind of cute. Okay. Now, I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to switch gears. I mean, we're going to switch gears completely. Again, I have one coat of paint on this. And this is, again, one of those 8x8s. And I've not sanded it yet. We're just going to sand it down. But I do want a little something different for my background. So you're still going to get to see me do a background here. Okay? But I'm just going to give this a quick sand. And I've just started taking down Valentine's and getting ready to put up the next holiday, which for me will be St. Patty's Day. So what I want to do on this background is I want there to be just a little bit of streak of a green in the background, okay? So I'm going to put some white down on my plate. I'm going to grab a brush, and I'm first going to give it a very quick coat of white. Especially the spots that don't have any white on them at all. Like I said, sometimes this wood can absorb quite a bit of paint in your first go around, so it's not uncommon for me to come back and give it a second coat. You're having trouble getting into the Stencil of the Month? Oh no. Well, if this is the first time you're ordering, remember to use Cheers, because you will save 50% on the premium set, and you will also save or get the first month free on the basic set. That does not include the add-on or shipping. Email support@essentialstencil.com, and they should be able to help you. I want to streak a little green in there. And what a better color green than Kelly green. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on my plate as well. And I'm just going to pick up just a tiny bit of this. I mean, just see a little bit of my brush and not even going to worry about too much. And I'm just going to streak a little bit on there. I'm going to wipe off my brush best I can. And then I'm going to, because that paint underneath there was still wet, it should blend pretty well. And if it doesn't blend well enough, I can pick up a little water. There, a little water, or even a little more paint. I just want the faintest bit of green behind here. Like this is still too much for me, so I might need to pick up a little more white paint or a little extra water and just really get this just to blend to be this soft, just touch of green in the background. Just a touch. Grab this here. So I went right over that. And if I put too much white down, guess what? I can add a little more green. Just a touch. Make sure I get this nice and white. Okay, so you see I have just a little streaking of this green, just so it's not plain. I'll probably pull that green around on the edge too. Haven't quite decided, but I do want to give this a little quick dry. So I'm going to grab something to dry it super quick with. Hi, Sandy. And if you guys are new, welcome, welcome. You'll love the Essential Stencil family. Always find something interesting and different. Okay, so I've just got this on here. What I'm going to be using is the Irish Blessing and Happiness stencil. This is part of the St. Patrick's Day and Mardi Gras bundle, or you can buy it separately. And this board is going to be a little too small, so we're just going to miss having it say Irish Blessing on here. Other than that, it fits pretty darn good. Let me grab a little more tape here. I'm just going to tape it to the side and onto the top. But I'm not going to do those shamrocks. I'm going to do something else instead. I'm going to tape this down first, okay? So I've got it secure. And I want a little deeper green. And I'll show you where I'm getting my greens from, too. This is the transfers. And if you look, that green I use, that Kelly green, which who wouldn't think Kelly green would be a good green? It matches the light part of that truck really, really well, or the light greens anywhere. But I wanted something a little deeper, so I'm looking at where you see some of the shading colors of here. And this really spoke to me, and this is called Black Forest Green. And so it's like a shading green, but it still is right in those same colors. So I know if, by chance, I want to use transfers, the colors are going to work together. So that's what we're using. That's what we're using is dark forest green. Again, I am using DecoArt paints. You can use other acrylic brands. You can use chalk paint. You can use mineral paint. You use what works best for you. I've just been a helping artist for DecoArt for many, many, many years. I've known DecoArt longer than I've known my husband, and I met my husband at DecoArt. Fun fact for the night. So I've used that dark green, and I'm just offloading it onto my paper towel here. And I'm going to do the words in this darker green. So I got a little bit on that shamrock, but I think we'll be able to save that. I should have taped off where I didn't want to get any paint to go where it didn't belong. There's a lesson learned for me. You should take the time to tape off any places that you don't want your paint to go. We're going to make it work though, I promise. Get a little more, offloading it. using a swirling motion, which is what I generally use. You can stencil by pouncing as well. It really kind of matters, determines what works best for you. Your biggest advantage in either way that you apply it is that you're making sure you're taking a ton of paint off of that brush first. That's what we call offloading. We do have the best brushes. I'm not sure who's just said that, but our brushes are awesome. Not everybody ends up with as much paint on them as I do by the end of the night. I am just a touch Irish, so I do enjoy doing projects for St. Patrick's Day. Given a quick second coat here, we would much rather go back and do 2 coats that are nice and thin with that almost dry brush than have too much paint on our brush and end up with bleeding. So when I lift this off, we should have really good letters. I have one, my G here looks a little light, so we're just gonna put it back down. Double check. Can you see the streaks of green through there? Because I have those streaks of green in there, I really do want to make sure that this is dark enough. Another option, if you wanted something even deeper green, would be a color called black green from Decor, but I think we're going to be good here. Let's see. Okay. And I told you I got a little bit here, but I think we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna hit this with a blow dryer, not so much because I'm gonna give this another coat, but because I want to put a couple bits of some transfers on here. And I want to make sure it's good and dry. So this is the Irish blessing and happiness. You can turn a wood panel like this around and hit from the other side as well. That'll really kind of make sure you're really good and dry. Okay. So what I need to do is, one, I need to find something that's going to cover that spot up. So what did we plan on putting on there? Let's see. I think we wanted to put a shamrock there. We've got 2 different sizes. I think I want the smaller one, but I'm just going to double check here. That one's going to be too large, so let's just go with one of these instead. So I need to find a scissors, which obviously I was playing with those somewhere else today, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it all out. Excuse me. I think I'm going to use this 4-leaf clover here. Side, and we should be good. We should be good. Or do I want to put this one up here? Now I'm thinking. I think I've changed my mind. I do. I think we're going to go with these instead. I just might want to do these. Let's see. I can change my mind. If you have any doubt that you're going to put this right on, make sure you keep that shiny side up in case you had to set it back down. I don't think I'm going to have to, though. I think this is going to be just about perfect. I do. I think this is going to work quite well. Okay, so I'm going to set that there. I'm going to rub that down. Use the tool, or you can use whatever burnishing tool you like to use. Now, some people really like to use the popsicles. And then we're just going to start slowly peeling it off. Remember, made sure it was good and dry, but it's always important to take your transfers off slowly, because if they kind of pull or stick a little bit, you can always lay this protective covering down and go back over them rather than ripping off part of it that you don't want to rip off. Just a tiny bit of that leaf, part of that leaf that wanted to stick, so we're just going to lay that back down. A little bit here. And we have that cluster of shamrocks there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this single shamrock up here, just like such. Again, I'm just going to rub it down first with my hand. And then I'll take just a moment and secure it with this. Since they just received the notification, sometimes that's not us, it's just Facebook being Facebooky. But remember, unless it's for something a little unusual, you can catch an ambassador Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. on the Essential Stencil page. Now, each ambassador does their own page at different times, but so there we've got that, and I'm just going to take a quick peek and see if there's anything else I'd like to add. I don't think there is. I think that would be a little large. Little leprechaun is a little big. I might want one more. Let's go with the theory of threes. I'm going to go with this little smaller one here too. So this is another little 4-leaf clover. So we got 1, 2. Let's just do this one right down, right about here. And I'm just going to set it right about there. It's good. Again, we're just going to secure this. We had a shamrock buffalo check last year. I think that would be, I think it's bigger than the edge of this, but that could be kind of cute to make that plaid. But I think what I'm going to do instead, make sure this is on here well. Isn't that cute? That's really sweet. But just so the edge isn't plain, and I don't think I want to do it all green, but I think what I'm going to do is I've got those 2 colors of green, and I'm just going to use the wooden end of a paintbrush, and I'm going to come around here, and I'm just going to go dot, 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 dot. If you do 1 dip, 1 dot, they're going to be the same size, but if you do 1 dip, several dots, they're going to be different sizes. So I'm just going to keep dotting with the dark green first. And you may not be seeing this 100%, but that's okay. You kind of get the idea of what dotting looks like. And try to hang on to it from the bottom here. I'm going to wipe off that dark green, and I'm going to come back and do the very same thing with my lighter green. And I will show it to you in a sec, but I'm just going to hit the sides that are facing me. Let me see if I can turn it around. Maybe turn it up just a touch so you can see me dotting. And I'm going to catch this edge. And when that dries, I can show it to you much better. But we'll get the idea that we just added some green and some green dots around the edge. And there we have the front of it. So cute little St. Patrick's Day sign. And I'm going to actually keep going in St. Patrick's Day mode. I'm going to move these transfers out of the way. They are so cute. The truck, the little house, the little leprechaun. I love this little door. I just think that is so, so cute. I just haven't figured out what to use it on yet. So we'll set those down there. And we're going to do another St. Patrick's Day project. And I'm going to be using some stencils from this set. This is the St. Patrick 6x6 set. And this is the set that just came out this year. I feel like I need to move my water before I spill it. That would be bad. Okay. And again, it said I'm a little Irish, which means that my son is a little Irish. So I'm going to do a t-shirt for Ryan. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the one that says, "You're my lucky charm." And I'm just going to use the words lucky charm. I'm not going to be using that rainbow that's on there. So I'm going to make sure I kind of tape that off. It's going to go like here. I don't want, yeah, go. And I'm not going to do the cloud. Where did I get the little board? The little board, I will get you a link from Amazon. It's an 8x8 wood canvas board. All right. Now you can use regular acrylic paint when you are doing fabric painting. Think about the times you've gotten paint on your clothing and how challenging it is to get it off. But I do prefer to use a fabric paint. And so this is Deco Art's So Soft Fabric Paint, and it does come in glitter as well. I'm not sure we're going to use glitter for the words, but we might use some glitter for some of the shamrocks. So this is just there. It's called Christmas Green, and it's the same deal. It's slightly different in that you do want your paint to be a little, use the words wetter, but you still don't want it soaking wet. So I'm still going to load my brush. Okay, and I'm still going to offload my brush. Give me a paper towel here. But I might leave just a touch more paint in it, okay? I'm going to hang on to it. Fabric moves. So kind of, sometimes if it's a real detailed stencil, you'll see me doing more of that pouncing motion. But this, I'm kind of still able to swirl. I'm going to go ahead and do that shamrock the same color. The other thing, if I don't have fabric paint, I will use regular acrylic paint, but I will add fabric medium to it, and then I will heat set it. And the combination of adding that fabric medium and then adding the heat on top of it really does make for a very permanent, and it also kind of, I want to say, blends it into the fabric a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter here. Sec, maybe if it'll come out of the bottle. And I don't generally brush on my glitter with the stencil still on. We're going to try this. I am using one of our mini brushes. We're out of stock on those, but they will be back. Remember, you can always check that spot where it says notify me when they're back in stock, and then you will know. Lickety split. Okay, I'm just going to kind of tap this on here. Glitter doesn't like to be stenciled. I'll just tell you that. Do that. I might need that again. So now I'm going to take this off. And it says Lucky Charm. I'm going to use another stencil. I'm just going to use this big shamrock. I went the wrong way. Do it this way. Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use, I'm not even going to change the color of my brush, but I'm going to use this neon green on this big one. Okay. I'm swirling. Like I said, it might change it a tiny bit because I use that same darker brush, but we're going to do this one on here first. Oops. I didn't tape it down. I'm just kind of hanging on to it. Okay, so I've got this guy on here. I'm going to lift that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Back this way. We're going to let these be all different directions. I might grab a smaller brush too. I'm going to go back to the darker green. Make this one darker. All of our brushes are truly game changers. We've got this little guy floating up here, so maybe we'll pick a little color like, I might even add a little of that silver. Oh, I did grab, I did, look at, I grabbed some fabric paint silver. It needs to be shook up really well. Good, good, good. There's this little silvery thing, this little, almost like a little star thing. And I don't want to go that. Here's another slightly different color one. This is called green apple. So I'm going to do the small one here. I think I'm going to kind of position these as I like as I go. Okay, so get those two. And then I think we'll do these two little ones going back up this way. Give this one a lighter green. I'm going to do this one this color green. And then I think we will let this guy go back down this way. And it's going to be this neon green again. Oh, this is the one that had the glitter in it. Oh, well, we might add some glitter to this one because I just picked up glitter. Not my intention, but that is what we're going to do now. This is going to be a glittery little one. And I don't know, maybe this little guy this way, little guy this way. And we might call this done. So there we've got it. We have our Lucky Charm with just some shamrocks floating around. You could come back and add more glitter to that, but I think I'm pretty happy with that one, just like that. Okay, where are we headed next? Believe it or not, we're going to switch a bit and we're going to head over toward a more Eastery project. Okay, and I'm actually going to be using one of the transfers from the He Is Risen set. And what I want to do is I want to put it on this metal bucket container, whatever you would like to call it. And whenever I do anything on metal or glass, after I know it's clean, I go over it with just regular rubbing alcohol. And that just makes sure you're getting rid of any of the, hello, Tammy. What is the word I'm looking for? Any grease and grime and things like that. So I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I'm just going to do this one little transfer. Get to it. Because I think sometimes simple can be just very effective. So I just want to put this on here and then I know what I'm putting inside of it. So let me move these out of the way too. It's a curved surface. I'm going to look for where the seam is, and I want that seam to be down, and I want this to be on the opposite side. I'm just going to curving it just a little bit, and then we're going to apply it. Yeah, and that t-shirt was just a really, like an undershirt t-shirt. But I also figured Ryan's not going to wear a St. Patrick's Day t-shirt all that often. So I'm going to start here. And I rub it down, lay it down. We're going to rub this way. And even though this is a darker surface, I bet you anything this is going to look pretty awesome on here. Now on the transfers, I do like to go back over them with a clear coat, whether it's a spray clear coat or whether it's a brush on polyacrylic. When I do my transfers on glass, like when I'm making my glass bottles that light up, I often do not, because they're really not going to get used. They're just really decorative. And that would most likely be the case on this one as well. But no, you can always go over them. I do like to let them sit overnight before I put my finish on them. I don't know that it's necessary. It's just kind of a habit I've gotten into. They are really, really pretty. And I'm just going to take my time again. Oh, I see a little spot that I actually missed on the very furthest. Now it's good. So peel it off slow. Peel it off slow. Oh, this is pretty. Peeling it off nice and slow. I thought the transfers that Sharon showed us last night was really, really pretty too. They remind me a lot of member-only transfers that we were able to get inside the Stencil of the Month Club that were doors. Okay. Okay. And then what I want to do with these is just add some tulips. Isn't that going to be pretty? And that's sitting straight up. And you've got some tulips that are kind of falling off to the side. I think that's going to be a really, really pretty piece, and could even make a really pretty centerpiece for Easter. Okay, set that aside. And where are we going next? All right. Thank you for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. For outdoor, you can, hon. Where was that, Marcella? Marcella, you can coat them with outdoor Mod Podge, and that will help them. I did that on a number of lanterns last year, like mason jar lanterns that I put lights in, and they held up very, very well. All right. I have a sign that I actually am repurposing. And I did paint it with a little white and a little bit of light blue, okay? And we're going to use a bunny, this bunny, from the Happy Easter. And, oh, you got to get busy using them, Chris. Not Chris, Cindy said she hasn't used them yet. Okay. And I could, this is a board that you've probably seen me use before. They're framed. And these were just inexpensive signs I found that I repurposed. But I'm going to put the bunny pretty as close to the middle as I can. And I could do Happy Easter. What I was planning on doing was from, another stencil. Where did it go? And I realized right before I wanted to do Hello Spring, this is sold out. But remember, if you put that you're interested in finding out when they're coming back, you could possibly get them again. So I'm going to use it, or it could mean that you guys already have it. So let's start by just getting this bunny centered. Pretty centered. I'm just going to kind of use the bottom of this, because then I think I could come back in and say Hello Spring and it'll fit. That's my idea. So could tape it down. Don't really need to, but let's just give it one quick tape. And I'm going to put my fabric paints back in this little doohickey so they can go back to their place when I'm done. And I'm going to put down just a nice light gray, but I want a darker gray too, so I can do a little shading on him. Okay. So here's my light gray. My light gray is, what is it? It is sky gray. And then I'm just going to have a touch of zinc, which is a deeper gray, if I want to do a little shading. And I need to pause and plug something in so that we can finish them up. So, oops. There went the glue gun. Let's not do that. Let's set the glue gun there, and let's find a place that we can plug this in. We're going to hope we can plug it in here. Okay. There's my spring. Okay. Let's grab us a brush. Let's fill in our bunny. Got the light gray. Okay. And we are just going to do this bunny. I'm not worrying about those flowers. I'm just doing this bunny. I'm offloading it again. A little more. Want him to be good and filled in. Oops, there's a little bit of a extra brush hair. It happens. Get rid of that. Miss May, did you come to see me? My puppy has come to visit. Or look for treats. You decide. Okay, so I've got my bunny on here, right? What I want to do is pick up, same brush, picking up a little bit of that darker gray right on there. I'm offloading that too. And I just want to pull a little bit in from around the edge. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to find one of these little small brushes again, and I'm going to find a tiny bit of pink. I'm offloading that pink too. This is a little brighter than I wanted, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of the gray too, just to tone it down just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to think that I might be able to see just a tiny bit of pink. Maybe you can kind of see a little pink in his ears. Maybe just a tiny bit on his cheek. A little bit up on his nose. Okay. So let's lift this up. Got a pretty cute bunny. Before we finish the bunny, we know we have to ground the bunny. The bunny's not quite finished yet. I'm going to take, remember I said this is out of stock, but that just means that you may have it or it may be coming. I am going to line it up here where it says Happy Spring. And I'm just going to do the words. And I think I'm going to do them in that deep blue that we used already. Because my sky has a little blue in it. So let's drop everything. Where did I put it? Yeah, right here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the Prussian blue. And I'm going to do Happy Spring. And I'm not going to do any of those flowers yet. Oh, we'll try to get this done quickly. I didn't realize that it was as late as it is. So I'm doing these letters. I did not tape off anything. I'm just going to kind of, let me have to go back and fill that in with a little skinny brush. Let's get these words on here. I knew I didn't want to like tape around all that flowers. a little more, offloading it. Double checking on the blank part of my stencil that I don't have too much going on, too much paint on there. Wasn't sure we were going to get to this, so I didn't even put everything on that we're going to use. I'm trying to get these letters on here really quickly, so I'm not even looking at any comments right now, but we will. Trust me, we will. And we did end up with Happy Easter, didn't we? That was not my plan. It was supposed to say Happy Spring. It was supposed to say Hello Spring. Well, we're going with Happy Easter. It's okay. I can still do what I wanted. I was not paying attention, but that's okay. I was going to do the Happy Spring. We're doing Happy Easter, but we're still not doing those flowers. We're going to do something else instead. Remember, we're going to have a couple winners here in just a couple minutes. And I made that a big of a mess. I kind of moved my stencil. I need to see what I can do to fix this. Hang tight. We can fix this. We can fix this. The Hello Spring, the flowers fit perfectly for what I was going to do, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to try anyhow. Because what I wanted to do was use the poppy, not the poppy, I'm sorry, the peony transfers. I think we'll still be okay. So we've got the Happy Easter. Give me a second. I'm going to grab a glue gun because we're going to add a little something to our bunny. Where he has a little tail, we're going to add a little pom-pom. And which one do we want to use? This one. He's going to hold a little carrot in his hand. Before I add any flowers, I'm just going to pick up the glue gun that went flying. Going to grab some of the greens we had. We'll use a little Kelly green. Pick up a little Kelly green here. And I'm just going to come underneath him here. And we're just going to make sure he's in some grass. And then we can use that skinny edge of that brush and just pull some bits of grass up here and there. He's sitting in some grass. Move his tail out of the way. And then we're just going to come back with some of these peony transfers. Now you could use the peonies. You could also use, there's some really pretty flowers in the Easter ones. I'm just going to use a few of these. Make sure it's dry. Should be good and dry. And I'm just going to tuck a few in here and there. Let's do this one about here. Lift that off. Sure it's good and adhered. Anytime you have a little pull, you lay it back down. And we're just going to add a couple of these little flowers here and there. I might add a few more when I'm done, and we're going to be able to grab us some winners for tonight. I will start looking for our winners from Essential Stencil. And see if we can get the flower up here. We'll pull it down right there. Look at these pretty flowers in and around. The carrot in the tail, you like the carrot in the tail? Yeah, that's why I was going to do the Hello Spring so I could keep him up longer, but apparently he was determined to be an Easter bunny, and that's okay by me. Silly rabbit. Easter is for Jesus. Get this one on here, and as soon as I get my stencils and my brushes clean, I will come back and look for any of your comments. I will post these as pictures tomorrow, and I probably will post last week's because I don't think I ever posted last week's. I'm not sure why. Apparently I was in my own little happy world or something. Let's see if we can grab just a couple more of these super quick. Oh, I love all the different color of these peonies. I think they're all just super, super pretty. It's the one thing I don't have in our garden is peonies. Lots of other things. And right now, lots of those other things are all over our living room and our family room. I'm not sure. Might be too big. Can I get him in here? I think I could squeeze him in here, and if I need to, I can actually come back and stencil over the flower to make him be in the background. Maybe this flower's on top. And we'll stop with this, and like I said, I might come back and add some more. It's so pretty. There we have it. There we have Happy Easter with our little bunny on it. Okay, I'll lift you guys up. I hope you had enjoyed those tonight. So we did our Happy Easter bunny with the carrot and the little fluffy tail. And we did just give him a little bit of pink in his cheeks and on his nose. What else did we do? We did a t-shirt for St. Patrick's Day that says Lucky Charm. And with the shamrocks, and we added a touch of glitter to that. Boom, boom, boom. We have, may your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. Our little St. Patrick's Day sign. We added one of the He is Risen transfers to this little bucket, and we stuck some flowers in here. And we talked about the Stencil of the Month Club, and we used the add-on to do Sweet Land of Liberty with some fireworks behind it. So I hope you enjoyed those. Again, I'll post them in the morning. I'm going to take a quick peek and see if I can see winners from Essential Stencil. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the projects, Gina. I'm glad you were here. You guys make me smile every Thursday. And we're going to look. You like the cross and the flowers? Yes. The words. Thank you. Thank you. I have so much fun doing these with you guys. And I just remembered the project I forgot last week and forgot this week. I guess we'll have to do that on my page. I wanted to do carrot patch on a little carrot, and I totally forgot. So I'm looking for our winners, and I can't see them on my phone, so I've got to find them on my iPad. I'm going to scroll up and down real quick. or perhaps that sweet husband of mine will see them and he'll bring them down to me. He was just such a nice job of going ahead and posting. Remember, you can go back to the description of this video and it'll tell you all the ones I used, even the ones I didn't get to. Here we go, guys. We have congratulations winners. So please email support@Essential Stencil. Sue Holstein, Chris Spangler, and Eleanor Prince. You're tonight's winners. Congratulations. Email support@Essential Stencil and just tell them that you are a winner on Tammy's Live, and they will get a $20 gift card out to you just as soon as they can. All right, guys, that is it for me, and that is what I've got for you. So I hope to see you soon, and I'm going to need to stand up and turn this off. So have a great evening, and we'll see you again next Thursday, if not before. And until I see you again, please be kind, stay safe. Cheers.